Hey guys, Buddy here, and welcome back for another episode of Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. This is Super Showdown! Fuyuko Higa, that is nasty. Just for that, I'm totally having you drop the belt tonight. That's completely the reason why you're dropping the belt tonight, is just because you pissed people off. No, I'm only kidding. Actually, she's super egotistical, isn't she? She's not gonna like this, is she? She might do. No, of course she isn't. We're going to keep her strong, because she's going to be pissed off. I'm fine with that. This match should do well. Speaking of matches doing well, Alicia got injured, if you remember. She came back on this episode. 89 with Tiffany Jade. Yeah. Also, frickin' what's his name? Primus Allen has had a hell of a month. I'm talking hell of a month. He's pulling off A's to A-star angles, and he started a feud with Nigel, where he's like, I don't want your mid-card title, I don't know what you're talking about. I've had so Nigel does like an on-again, off-again open challenge for the television title, and Primus came out and Nigel was like, hey, do you wanna compete for the television title tonight, Primus? Is that what you're out here for? And Primus is like, no, it's your television title. Ha! And then he just destroys him. Just beats the ever-loving shit out of him like a television title. Yeah, so that's what I keep wanting to call him DeVille. That's what Primus has been up to this month. So, in terms of tag teams, we got Natural Storm, who are super freaking over right now. Gonna take on some mid-carders like Etchingham and Felipe Caballero in a mid-card match. That's 10 minutes. Natural Storm over. Then we kind of just gotta book the entire roster out if we can, or as much of it as we can. Let me just reposition myself. I got myself really close to the desk because I was like, oh, that'll make for a good commentary. No. Team Chaos, they are the heels versus we'll just put together a team. California Kid and Kip Keenan. I think Kip Keenan worked the Californian Indies, so California Kid kind of makes sense as a tag team partner for him. And of course, LOL, Team Chaos wins. And then of course, we're going to do a match with the new High Rollers main event tag team. Going to take on Honolulu Joseph and George Wolf. What a legendary tag team they are. They've actually had a lot of tag team matches. Surprising I never made them into a tag team. 10 minutes is fine, even though it doesn't need to go that long. And then I'm going to do the Express Delivery. We're going to do the two new tag teams. Express Delivery versus Team Enigma. Let's see what this one does. I know it's going to do fantastic, but we are in the Mid-Atlantic, so the developmental guys do have a little bit of extra pop than they would have anywhere else. Then we'll do Alicia and Electric Dreamer versus Keenye and Tiffany. This is probably going to do really well. 10 minutes. Alicia over. There we go. Put that one at the start. And then we will have a LOL for a wins match. The official name of the match in this show. Sorry, Austin Smooth. We do appreciate you. I honestly do. But you're not on this card. Unless we have some extra time lying around. Which I doubt we will. Oh yeah. Electric Dreamer. I'm starting to get used to that name. Fro can open up the show, get the crowd warmed up. We have some extra time. We can chuck 2 more matches on this card. So, Toxic Smoothies. Holy shit. Oh, yeah, there we go. Toxic Smoothies versus Disposable Hero. Actually, Aces have not gotten booked in a while. We should probably book Aces. Good on them for not complaining, but yeah, it's been a while since we booked the Aces. Acid 2 is probably in that same category, though, where it's like, it's been a while since I booked you, son. Okay, in terms of the women's division, Joanne can team with Katie to take on Francisca and Lucille. We haven't done anything with you girls in a while, so I'll throw together in a match with Joanne going over. Big 10 match card tonight. So we're going to do a... Yes, Primus Allen is now using Animal DeVille's entrance, just without the face paint. So, yeah, there's that. DeVille is not even on this card, and obviously we'll have a pre-match for Fuyuko Higa-sun Senpai-kun. So I should probably explain why I'm putting the belt on Brooke here. I prefer long-term heel title reigns, and I think Fuyuko's has already gone on kind of long enough. You know, I say that, and then I put the belt on Fro for as long as I have. But Fro is a special case. He's kind of the franchise of the company. There's nobody quite like Fro. And in the female, I'd like to do a little more traditional booking. So we're going to put the belt on Brooke to try and get some heat on her going into the WrestlePalooza match, whatever that ends up being. Then I want to put the New Wave. No, I don't want to put the New Wave, actually. I want to get Primus Allen over, so we're going to start the show off with a 6-minute Primus Allen angle, because I know that's going to do well. Okay. We are in the Mid-Atlantic region. We are in Maryland Wood Arena. Let's get rocking and rolling. 92, Primus Allen cuts a menace promo. The Primus don't want your TV title storyline. Sold out the 30,000 capacity arena. Yep. For sure gets an 82B by defeating Paris Borden. Then cuts an 85B plus promo. The tag match does really well. Probably not as well as I was expecting, but this is perfectly fine. Alicia Strong and Electric Dream are a bad tag team. This did a lot better than I was expecting. Natural Storm are really good at what they do. Marshall hypes up Dusty DuCont. This probably should have done better, but oh well. This was fine. This was the random thrown together tag team. This probably should have done better, but oh well. Sorry about me skipping through this shit. Aha! The two youth crop tag teams, Team Enigma and Express Delivery, pull off a 73B. It's always good. So Team Enigma defeats the other youth crop team, and Chaos defeats random thrown together mid-card team for a 74B minus. Primus Allen comes out. Alright, the lights cut out, and a red, I never fixed this, red glow is thrown onto the stage. Suddenly, Primus Allen pops out from behind the curtain, complete with special face paint. He comes to the ring to a pretty large ovation from the crowd, and the match gets an 87B+, in about featured great action and a good crowd. Primus Allen defeated Nigel Svensson in about 20 minutes with a running power slam. Primus Allen is ready, brother. Still improving in those flying skills as you do. Fuyuko Higa makes her entrance. And the match itself gets a 90A, and the match that had excellent in-ring action and great heat from the audience. Brooke Tyler defeats Fuyuko Higa in 10 minutes and 6 seconds by submission with a Brooke Breaker. Brooke Tyler wins the MAW women's title for a second time. Great stuff. 88B+ is the final show grade. Cree-Star Pop all throughout the US, Canada, and Mexico. Fuyuko gets a hug. Brooke gets a hug. Primus told they're awesome. So, giving a hug. This will be a good test of Primus's pop cap, because he should be at B's across the states now. Almost assuredly. He was at B- is going in. If his pop cap is high enough, he should be at B's across the states, and if he is, he's ready, brother. He's absolutely ready, brother. He's ready to carry this company into the new millennia. So let's check it out. He's going to be on Who's Hot. He's probably going to be top of it. No, he's second. Oh yeah. This is the man. This is the monster. This is the perfect heel I was looking for. The badass territory heel. Mwah! Love you, Fro. Love you, Primus. Also love you, Fro. But yes. Okay. Awesome. Finishing up negotiations with Katie McKean. Sorry, Amel. We have such a big roster. This is what I was worried about with, bloating up the roster. But we need to bloat up the roster to make sure we got enough people to job out without everyone losing momentum. So yeah, Guide's on the Who's Hot list, by the way. So are both of that team, New Wave. Let's look at storylines. So Fro don't want your Primus don't want your TV title has ended up doing nothing for Nigel, but everything for Primus, which is great. That's kind of what we wanted. Sorry, Nigel. Bye bye. Once more until the Palooza is the final women's feud of before WrestlePalooza, and that's pretty much over now. Yeah, we can end that. New Wave doing well for themselves. Natural Storm, yeah, gonna end that one. Probably shouldn't have ended that Natural Storm one. It wasn't looking particularly good. So we got Brooke Tyler and Fuyuko Higa. Still Fuyuko Higa, despite losing the title, still at 100. So we didn't fully establish Fuyuko as a main eventer, but losing did more for her than actually all of what we've done so far, which is great. And how about my girl Brooke Tyler? Yeah. So our women's division is now stacked. Let me just search for characters who are a huge star in the USA, and you got Fro. And then the 4 girls we've built. Alicia, then Joe, then Higa, then recently Brooke. So Brooke is now a ridiculously great professional wrestler who is super frickin' over. So there's that. And then we've got Alicia, who is a decent professional wrestler who is super frickin' over. In fact, less than Brooke. And then we got Fuyuku, who is a astonishingly good professional wrestler who is super frickin' over. And we got Joanne Rodriguez, who is a good yet old professional wrestler who's super frickin' over. This women's division is amazing. But guess what? It doesn't just end there, because I don't plan on any of those four winning the Jeanette Vaughn Memorial Cup. I plan on making at least one more star this year. It's going to be Katie McKean, the girl who has ridiculously good performance stats in her own right, or perhaps the other ridiculously good performance stats girl. That's right. Francisca Duran has reached 80 psych, which means she now has those performance stats. Her top row is starting to round out. I believe she's gone up from D's, up into C's, and her entertainment stats are good enough to carry her too, and she's got organically over, like reasonably. It's ridiculous. This women's division is great. I love this women's division. It's one of my favorite things about Maw, and now that we got written deals, we can protect it. Oh, it's beautiful. Like, they just got a 90 easily. I just threw out a protected finish, and they got 90s. Like, if you look at the top matches of this year, the women are 2. There should be more than that, shouldn't there? I keep thinking we've put on more A's than we have, but I swear we've put on more A's than this. But oh well. So 3 of the top 4 matches are from the girls this year. And we're only in March as well, so we have put on a reasonable amount of good matches this year, to be fair. And then also, if you look at this top 10, there's also a prominent figure in here, and his name is Primus Allen, who's had 2 of these matches, one with DeVille and one with Svensson. Fair enough, Svensson's good, but DeVille isn't. So, yeah. Obviously, J-Ro's on here a couple times too, and Fuyuko Higa's a pretty prominent fixture. There's also different people propping up. We finally did the Alicia Strong Tiffany Jade match. I wanted to build Tiffany into a reasonable threat for Alicia back when she was still champion. So yeah, that's how long I've been holding off on that one. But I was like, who cares? I'm not sure any of these two will be a big deal, at least a huge deal over the next year or so. So whatever. So in terms of pop, this is what we're looking at. New England is up to a 67 in the pop, which means they're up to a 59 in importance. They're building just as quickly as the Mid-South. We're also up to a 60 in the Northwest. Which means that in the coming 4 months, I'd say, we're probably going to hit national requirements in 7 out of the 8 regions. But the 8th one is going to come a little hard. It might end up being Puerto Rico, Look at that. That's getting reasonable. I also checked Quebec. Because of how good the Canadian market and wrestling industry is doing, we should be able to fill out a 10,000 capacity arena for one night in Montreal. I'm hoping we can. There's certainly a good chance of it. By the way, is Primus on 100 momentum? He isn't. He's on 99, but that's fine. We don't really have to worry about that. Primus, you're getting over, buddy. You're getting over. Oh my god, it's been a ridiculous push, but you done it. You done it. Oh, I love you, Primus. I love you so much, Primus. This is going to be awesome. I'm so glad we've managed to actually find someone as good as Primus to push as the big badass heel. Because I hope his pop cap is, we haven't hit it. I'm hoping. Because what could happen is that he's broken past his pop cap and he's going to end up falling again once he starts losing. But I'm hoping that this isn't his pop cap. I'm hoping that he can get to I'm hoping we can get him to hundreds, and then his pop cap's in the 90s or something. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. And he's obviously, it's the monster. Out of all of my days booking this a territory with Froshore as the star, we've never had a monster heel that's capable of really holding the belt. I don't think we've ever had a monster heel holding the belt. But Primus has that ability, I think, to genuinely carry certain white meat baby faces to good matches, and obviously put on these spectacular matches with our big baby faces like Fro and Nigel and eventually probably Ernest, and eventually probably Austin, people like that. I'm looking forward to it. Primus is one of my favorite stars I've ever had on here now so far, because he's just so organically built, and unlike every other star I've tried to push, the game is telling me to go with him, and when I go with him, he gets good ratings. Unlike people like Chance Fortune or not Benny Benson, Elmo, no, that is Elmo Benson, Groucho Bling, El Negro, you know, like those people. The game was like, yeah, push these guys, and I'm like, and then when I push them, they like get B minuses and shit. So it's like, Finally, the men's division is having a bit of research. I feel like this might be NXT, or 2019 was 2015, where like the women have just completely outshone the men on so many occasions, but the men have still had some pretty good matches here and there. And then 2020 is hopefully what 2016 is going to be like for NXT, where the men finally carry their weight. But I'm not sure. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the rest of the series, and I will see you guys next time for the finals of the Jeanette... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's still adequate. For the finals of the Jeanette Vaughn Memorial Cup, which is going to be another 16-woman bracket. So I will see you guys then. Peace out.